What's up, everybody? If you will give me just a second, it would appear that the noise gate isn't working on my microphone. Because it seems like it's picking up everything. Everything. That's a little better. Alright. What's up, everybody? I'm Scruff Dog, and you're on board the Titan, the laptop. Today's stream's going to be slightly shorter. There are some time constraints, so we're looking at going to about 2:45, 240-ish, 235, 240 probably. So, how is everyone? Let's go find chat. What's up, Gas Masher? Good to see you. Joe Russ, early crew. I didn't see Phil. Not sure if he stopped by. There's Brenda Lee. And there's Spectrum DIY. What's going on, Dave? Lock Watcher, good to see you. Queen of Fire, Liz Edwards, has arrived. So, today, we're going to look at this monstrosity. This is a project I made 4 or 5 years ago. It is a interesting power station with all kinds of stuff built into it. You know, one of those things where you want to make this, then you add that feature, and then, you know, maybe you add this one, and then it becomes a 45-pound box of heavy usefulness. There's actually, I cracked the lid just to make sure there wasn't, like, anything living in there, because I haven't opened it in a while. Just falls something else that I forgot was even in there, so... Franco, what's up, Franco Walker? Colin Pye, hey, how you doing? Oh, so yeah, we'll look at that. This is the battery. This is out of a scooter. We'll see about how much time we got. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'd like to start piecing this out into 12-volt sections to replace the 2 lead-acid batteries that are in here. There's 2 sealed lead-acid batteries. So it's heavy. I don't even know, the lead-acid batteries are probably marshmallows by now. Oh, right. But before we get to that, we're doing a double intro. As far as toast and cheers, we're going to make a toast, and then we're going to have a cheers. One with liquid, one with cannabis for me. So first we'll do a cheers. Yeah. Cheers for Happy Father's Day to all the papas out there. I happen to know Spectrum is one, and I'm not sure who else out there is, and I know Spectrum is public with the fact that he has cool little kiddos, so no problem saying that, buddy. And to everybody else and everybody watching, Happy Father's Day. And this is called Utterly Stoned. It's a hybrid from MPX. So cheers. Grenadine. Nice. Alright, and now we'll do a toast. Today is the American holiday Juneteenth. The federal government finally decided to actually celebrate a holiday for when America ended slavery officially. So, happy Juneteenth. It's an American holiday, but feel free to cheers and toast. So toast to the end of slavery, and if for some reason you have a problem with that, or a problem with me celebrating that, then feel free to get the fuck off my channel. Cheers! Equal. Anyway, so, I guess let's begin, since we have a slightly shortened show. The big show. Don't worry. it'll all work out. Let's move this thing out of the way. Oh, and also, I have at the ready, scroll, the over-the-shoulder cam. Since this is, just to kind of give you a better idea of how big this thing is. Like, there's a small Gatorade bottle. You know what I mean? Like, it is big, it is bulky, it is heavy. I'll go back to this cam for now. See how, yeah, no zoom needed, like it is right there. Very potent, I would say. Yeah, I got your coffee, yeah. I prefer the symbolic, but then again, it's not my preference, is it? So, here is this mess crammed into this box. So, let's see here. This is the antenna base for the CB/ family radio, like the recreational radio. There's the antenna that fits in a slot that's right here in the corner. Get that out of the way. This is just a USB-C charge cord. Let me fix focus. Down, properties, video, camera. God, there's so many steps to get to focus. 43, that looks pretty good. Just a USB-C charge cord, because everything, well, most of what I have is USB-C. This is actually upside down, isn't it? Oh, good grief. I'm sure you can kind of get a gist of some of the other features that are in here, if you look closely. Here. Alright. The clicky for the radio, that just plugs in the front. There's a leaf. It's always good to have an extra. I guess that's from the last time I had it outside. So we have this monster. Yorkshire Gold is ready, smoke is refilled, ready for the box. Alright there, Dave. We are ready. I'm surprised we actually have it as an observed state holiday tomorrow in the southern US. Yeah, that would be the place to wonder, I guess. So we are. This thing is a speaker for the CB/ family radio thing. This is to hold the microphone. This is the fuse pack, cooling fan, output from the 600 watt pure sine inverter that you can kind of see the fins right there. There is also a charger, 120 to, charger built in. Wow, this is dusty. I am going to blow this off with air, and I will attempt to mute the microphone. Where the hell's my air? There it is. All right. Let me try to mute the microphone so as not to absolutely destroy all eardrums. And I'm going to blow this off because there's lots of cat hair on it. Hold on. I feel like that worked. I guess you'll have to let me know. Yeah, can't go wrong with a spare leaf. You got that right, Franco. Surprise. We got that right. I don't even know if this has any charge on it, but we can find out easy enough. Because this guy right here is Quick Charge 3.0 with voltage and amp meter built into it. Charge controller. Because of this is the solar panel that goes with it. This is a, like I said, let me flip it around for you. Let's see. New power. Just a little guy. Like, it's not going to do a whole lot for you, but it'll keep you going. Like, it'll probably charge it up in a day if you're not using it too much. But if you're not, like I said, it's got plug-in power, and if you plug in like a 12 volt, just smash the camera. If you plug in 12 volts, hold on, I remember this part. There we go. If you plug 12 volts into the battery, you can charge it through 12 volts as well. Alright, let's get this centered up. My head's not too far in the way. I'm going to get another drink of coffee. Mute worked. Sweet. What's up, Andrew? Edis? Adai? What up? Let's just go with that. Alright, let's see. So what we have here is, this is the master. Are you on? Yeah. This is the master on-off switch. This one was the master switch for the high power cables going to the inverter. This switch over on the side here, I believe, is low power control for the inverter. I believe this switch turns on all this stuff over here, and this switch, I believe, is for the CB. And I think the fan turns on with the low power switch. So I guess let's see how much electricity is actually in this. If it's totally dead, we can try plugging it in after I take one of these little lights there and make sure that the batteries aren't the size of fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. No, I don't think there's... No, actually. Batteries haven't swallowed up at all. That's good. Like, it is packed in there, let me tell you. I mean, you can see... This is clear plexiglass, so you can see some of the mess under there. We'll, Man, I forgot how complicated it was to put this together. This may not work out today. There's a kitty cat. Well, let's just see if this thing even works. How about that? Everything's turned off. Okay, master switch is on. We have, looks like 11.9 volts. Let's see. I think this switch does this. Yes. That's saying 12.2. So either way, we have some fairly low batteries. That's not that bad. That's not that big a deal. Let's see. Let's turn high power on the inverter. Let's just try the radio. Ooh. Sorry, that's loud. So that turns on with the CB. That's interesting. Or does that... Yeah, that's the CB. I wonder if I also have it turning on... I believe I have it dioded in. I believe that right there is... Because I can see two red wires coming in and then one going out to the fan. I believe that's a diode pack. Let's see. Hold on. It's airing out. That's like blowing the air up. Nothing smells funny. That's good. So let me try something. I may have it set up so that either one turns that fan on. Or not. Well, wait a minute. Let me turn big power. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that is a diode, two diodes, so that if either one of these is turned on, it will turn the fan on. That's on. Let's actually turn this on. Okay. Well, let's see. It is a pure sine inverter, so it should be good to go. Oh, let's see here. Where can we put this? 5 volts. That seems low. It might be waiting for a load. Nothing's on fire yet. Let's see. Or it may just be that the battery's too low. Let's add a load to see if the load turns on. It might be, it's a really, I remember it being a pretty nice inverter. So it may have smart things in it. Let's see. Remember these? Ooh. Here's my load bank. Here, let me go, let's try that new view, huh? Alright. Let's see, that's a specifically a kitchen light. I think that's 100 watts. Just plug it on in. There we go. So it was just waiting for a loop. Ooh. Now let's see what kind of voltage we got. Without blowing stuff up. We are at 114 volts. What kind of voltage is this rated for? I don't. Doesn't this have the X10 probes on it? I didn't even think about. Let's see. Is this an X10 probe? No, it is. No, we want to dial it down. I don't think this can handle 120 volts. Should have looked for the specs. Alright, so where are we at? Yeah. Oh, right, you can see all this, right? Just so that I don't accidentally blow up either one of my meters, the next time we have this out, we will throw it on the oscilloscope and see how clean the wave is. Because I know one of my scopes, I know, because I've metered out one of my other I metered my generator out. So I know, but I think I used my digital. I don't think I hauled that monster out there. I think I used my digital scope for that. You know what? You watch this. And just for kicks, why don't I find an IEC and I'll plug this thing in. I'm surprised it didn't have a charge cord with it. But I just would have think that I probably did that because I knew I'd be able to find a cord anywhere, except for when I'm doing a live stream and I need it immediately. I wouldn't mind charging it. Where the hell is this one on the back of my meter, or the back of my solder? No, that's an actual plug. That's actual iron. Oh, good grief. I usually have one just sitting somewhere. Nope. Nope. I have 5,000 of these cords somewhere. What about that now? Let's see. Are we serious? Alright, I guess we'll skip charging it because I don't want to spend the entire stream looking for one of my 8,000 plugs. Unless this is one. Ooh, that's class. Here's one. Alright, let's go ahead and I guess we'll just call this testing the charger as well. See the light turned on. And you go back to here. There's a light, you kind of can't see it, it's over here. Looks like it's bringing up the voltage from 12. And let me go get my digital scope. You keep an eye on this. Just let me know if anything goes wrong. Wow, there's everything everywhere. Alright, seems like it's doing alright. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off what we don't need. We'll kill that for now. Alright, I feel like that may have been... Was that fan keeping the microphone hot? I wonder if the shoulder camera is using a USB extension lead. Yes, it is. The same one from last week. Let's see. We'll sort this out. Let's scoop out. Let me go over the shoulder since we know the charger's okay. Nope, not that one. Alright, program set. Do. I don't know if you could hear the little jingle. Takes a second. It's booting up. There we go. Alright, voltage. X does up to 50 volts per division, so I'm pretty sure we're good to go. Let's see, we'll just use this one here. Where do we want to clip in? Hey, where's that extension cord? We have this cord. Well, this cord. I'll just clip onto this nasty old cord. We'll plug. See, we need a load, so we'll plug this into the base of that. Where can I put this? That's a little more convenient. The magnifying glass. And I'll pick it up and, yeah, once we're all sorted out here and bomb proof. And the other nice thing is, since this is battery powered, it's isolated from everything. Okay, can I lift this without things blowing up? I can. Alright. Already seeing noise. Let's go ahead and turn those channels off. Bring one up. We're at 20. That was at millivolts per division. We're now at 20 volts per division. Let's see if I did this right. Or if we're going to blow it up. Let's see. Pretty sure this is just a straight on in. Just find out. Wish me luck. There's the switch. Let's see what it can find. Not doing anything, so it might be protecting itself. If it starts doing something, I'll bring it over. Is this watch tail kitty cat? That's putting out voltage. I have no idea. I think the scope is protecting itself. So that's weird. And if it is protecting itself, that's cool, but I don't know why it would need to protect itself. Let's see. Oh, no, there we go. The timing base is way off. Sorry. Turn channel 2 off. Turn channel 2. Oh. So this is a pure sine inverter, and I'd say it's doing a pretty goddamn good job. We have... it's not giving me a measure. No. It's acting a little weird. Let's tell you that for sure. There is... Alright. Anyway. So it's saying 50 volts per division. Oh, this is getting a really weird reading. I mean, it's accurate. Just kind of odd. See what the comments have. Like charger audio is fine, like nice sine wave, yeah. That was pretty good. My tum-tum is getting really warm because that's putting off some heat. But yeah, my generator isn't quite as beautiful as this, but it is definitely not a modified sine wave, which is just like, you know, that crappy craptastic, horrible stepping wave. I feel like I'm missing something here. Let me do this again. It's weird that the timing's so off on it. But it's definitely acting weird. I wonder if that's because it's not used to having all this current pump through it. I'm just hitting buttons to see what happens. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. Alright, sorry. Alright, so we know this sine wave in here is golden. Oh, it is 1:30. Wow. Okay, let's try something here. It's off. We didn't blow it up. That's good. Nobody likes blowing up their 4-channel scoop. Let's move the really hot load bank over here. I'll let that cool off, and then I will retrieve the bulbs. Because they really are, like, that's pretty much the best thing those bulbs are good for nowadays, is just having a nice load tester. Alright. Oh, and this is so it's a MixSig scope. It's based on Android. They're kind of an oddball, like you don't hear about them a whole lot company, but I have that scope, and a co-worker bought the updated or an upgraded version of that scope, like the next model up, and we both haven't had any problems with it. Obviously it can handle high voltage. I don't know the exact specs on how high, but if it can handle 120 volts, that's at least half of what I needed to do. And the leads say 600 volts, but I mean, I know that's just a rating. Let me get this tucked away. Yeah, that was originally from work, but now it's mine because of the buyout. Alright, so we got this thing charging, which I guess is neat. It's going to be a really restricted one here, folks, but we're going to do our best. Bam. Well, bam. Wow, this is going to be like the far away one. I guess we can do it over here. It's just with this big case here, there's no, you know. There's Kit Kat. Move this. Alright. I think we're going to be pretty much on time. We're about a minute late. Probably should help to turn it on. Alright, here we go. Try not to blow anything up. 232. Even if we have a somewhat limited schedule, we can always have time for 2 on the 32. Alright. I kind of feel like I may have overstated the ability to crack into this. Let me switch cameras and show you why. So we're going to do the difficult tour instead, I guess we'll call it. The mounting points for this top piece are all these angled bits. And since I'm not a manufacturer, the nuts on the back side that hold the bolts in through the front, they're not captive. So I can't imagine, I don't even remember how I got to some of these. But this would probably be a solid 20-30 minutes of just getting the lid off. So this may have to turn into a edited disassembly. Let's see here. Let me see what we can see with this. Alright, there's a terminal. Remember that, that's a terminal strip. You can see all the connections. Some of them are commoned on this end, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, the inverter. The inverter is a Power Bright, 600 watt. Had really good ratings. I remember it had really good ratings when I got it. Single outlet for the inverter. I jumped out the switch. Right here, like I know you can't really necessarily see it unless you're on a big screen, but there's a 600 amp fuse right there. That is for being in preparation for using it as a jump pack. So that is what goes to the big switch here. But I never quite got around to adding the jump pack port. So that's the other thing. Will be if I can get rid of these two giant lead acid batteries, which are, let's see, let me grab a screwdriver. So you can see that's the edge of one right there. And the batteries are sitting on their side. So the posts are this way. You can actually see, like on this one, that right there under the plexiglass is one of the battery posts. Let me turn this a little bit so you can get a view of... make sure I'm not going to rip anything off. Okay. Alright. There's some welding cable down in there. That is for connecting the batteries, to two batteries together. Like I said, there's one battery here, and one over, and one, you know, the other one I showed you back there. And they are not swollen. They're about 4 or 5 years old. They're probably sulfating, or sulfated. Now, and if over here, when it says E0, it just means there's 0 errors. And it thinks that everything's charged just because it's being charged externally. Well, and this also, as you see, I think that is for charging, and I believe you can program through that. Maybe do firmware updates. Can you see? I'll show you the predicament of unmounting the top here, right there. Right in there, that's one of the nuts. Or well, there's two nuts right there. These nuts that are the opposite of these two screws, just on that bracket on the outside here. Like, can you see it? Yeah, there's screws right in there. So that's going to be a thing. I don't know that we have enough time to do that. What time is it? Okay, we have less than an hour. So, what I will do, since some people seem to be actually be fairly interested in this monstrosity, I will off stream, you know, I'll get everything loose and to a point where we can actually, like, I can set it back in, we can start to stream up, and then I can just like lift it off and start doing the tour of everything on another stream. And then we'll take that to start. There's another fuse in there. To start looking at replacing those two batteries. And if those batteries are any decent, or are there any decent, what? If those batteries are any good still, then I can use them in the battery backup UPS. Remember when I put that other battery in there? In case you missed it, it actually started leaking like a week later. It actually leaked onto my 60 amp 12-volt power supply, which is pretty frustrating because that thing was in perfect condition, but now it's like marred. You know, it's got the metal on it stained and shit. It's just annoying. But yeah, that way, because I don't want to have to cut it short on this. And I'll also, yeah, actually, so we're here with this. Why don't we switch over to the battery? Hey, what's up, Phil? Jeff is pretty good. He was down here earlier. Diffusing a bomb. Try the red wire first. That's going to be. Yeah, I can reach this one. Should I lick it first? Oh, no, that turned. Oh, yeah, it still charges. Okay. Off. Master is on, and if I remember right, here, let me turn this off. Okay. The charger doesn't care about the fan. But Jeff's good. He's sort of, kind of, maybe getting used to the phenobarbital. The Keppra, he's on both Keppra and phenobarbital. The Keppra he seems to be okay with. But the phenobarbital kind of gives him the wobbles. So we're just keeping an eye on him. We're trying to keep him from using stairs as much as possible because he can just be like tra-la-la and all of a sudden, you know, looking like the drunken master. So he's alright. He hasn't had any seizures that we are aware of. So we're just kind of going with it. Okay. I guess I will unplug this for now. I'm going to keep that cord handy though. So let's pack this monster up with an extra cord in it. And I will work on disassembling it for, well, actually, assuming weather goes well, the next 2 streams, the next 2 weekends will be outside. I will be doing a fireworks show on July 3rd, the evening of July 3rd, assuming weather. I will be filming another fireworks show. I'll broadcast it in the best quality I can, and I will be, again, recording it in 4K. And then releasing it afterwards for a produced stream. So it'll be from Fullerton Fireworks, which is one of the bigger displays around here. It's a very popular one. I won't be too far away. We'll do it kind of the same thing we did last time, where we will first turn everything off. We'll be flying around, and I'll have to drop in for a battery pack in the middle of it at some point. But I will try to time that as conveniently as possible so as not to miss any of the good stuff. I don't really remember how long their display is. I believe it's 20 minutes. If I remember right, I feel like they may be one of the displayers that fire off a warning shot, like a couple minutes. I think they give you the 2-minute warning pop. So if that's the case, we're basically just going to wait for that, and then we'll throw her up into the air, cruise around, and if they give off what looks like a mid, how some displays or companies also do, like the mid finale, I guess you call it, like boom, 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 and then they take a pause and then they kind of start over. If we find a mid finale, I will immediately land and switch batteries so that we make sure we have a full battery for the grand finale. Alright, sorry about that. And I did manage to get a hold of another broken one for more IR sensors if you were here last week to see that. So this is the battery that I would like to use. Yeah, actually focuses at 40. How heavy is that thing? It's about 45 pounds, which is another reason why we need to convert that mother to lithium ion, because I believe I can get the same capacity out of these batteries for about a third of the weight. So, and especially now that I've decided I don't think I'm really going to use it as a jumper pack, as that just kind of complicates it a little bit. I may be able to seriously simplify that design down to a smaller package as well. Clean up that dashboard a little bit because it was kind of crammed. Alright, let's see. So the plan on this is, when I start taking this apart by cutting this wire, I want to take 12 volt sections. Like, hopefully there's a, oh look, it's the little IR thing from that other sensor, little cap, lens cap. Maybe move from the Midland CB to an SDR. I have my SDR. It's a possibility, but I think I will likely just keep that simplified and have the SDR as a separate device. Right now I have an old cell phone I use for the SDR. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can take this apart in 12 volt sections and then just combine them together. It is a 42 volt scooter battery. So, alright, so here, that's connected, so this must go basically like this for the packs. So there's 3 in a row, or there are 3, what do they call that? Is that 3S? When there are 3 in series. $18,650. I'm trying to see if there's any rating on them. This pack is literally just glued together with silicone on the edges. I don't want to just rip it open because, you know, lithium ion and stuff. Why don't we let's get some cell readings. Make sure I'm going to be using something that isn't bunk. But I'm pretty sure all the cells are, I think they're right around 3.7. I stored them at 4, knowing it would be a long-term storage. So let's see here. 3.4 volts. I don't. Can you? Ooh, easy. 3.4 volts there. 3 there. 3.4 there. 3.3. I think we're doing pretty good. See, that's the plan. To reconfigure this and retain as many welds as possible to make this from 42 volts to 12 volts. Then that'll be fully charged at 12.6, and most of this equipment runs down to 10.5 volts before it has a low voltage cutoff. Even if it's 11 volts, I mean, we'll still be doing just fine. So I think that'll work out pretty good. That looks like a repair. I didn't repair that one. I know these cells were repaired from time to time because I used to repair them for someone that was one of those bird mechanic things for the bird scooters. They were one of the mechanics for them. Why don't we see what we can do with this? Obviously I've been in here because I see tape. I don't know why there's tape, but I'm guessing that's my tape. That's weird. I don't know. What do we got on chat? Hey Sky, what's up, Chronic Gaming? Lick the capacitor, the woofler. Yeah, I guess once we're outside, yeah, I'll take the woofler with me. Let's see if we can crack this open without bad things happening. So this is all that. That's to there. I'm wondering how easily this will actually separate. Really curious about this tape. Like, did I slide this out at some point? It doesn't seem like it because all the goop is where it should be. Is that a screw or just a... What do we got here? I think that's a screw. That is a screw. Okay. So, a whole bunch of stuff and a Phillips screw. Glue and screw. Sounds like a hot night at the Elmer's factory. And let's take that one out. It's like making noises like it's separate. But there's still something. I think it's because the circuit board is glued to it. I mean, we know we're not going to keep the case. What time is it? We're good on time. Don't do this at home because if you accidentally short something out, there could be an issue. I, however, am a trained idiot. Oh, good. I'm actually on camera while I'm doing all this. I just realized that. I'm good for that as well sometimes. This is a little concerning. Okay, these are all the cells, so I gotta watch that, because that connects all the cells together. Gigantic solder blob. That could be holding it as well. Why don't we get rid of that? The way this pack is as disconnected as possible. But I'm not real thrilled about the intercell connectors. At least big power is disconnected from it. Just go ahead and get rid of this little connector that's just going to want to short on everything and headbutt the camera. Let's get rid of this little XT 20, 30. Come in useful. Don't need this. That's the charge cable. Cut those one at a time. And CAN cables. Cut those. Cut your wires a little offset too, just in case. What's wrong with a few tens of thousand joules releasing on a wood workbench? Well, you know, we all need to release at some point, just not that kind. So I need to figure out how I want to just tear that apart so it's no longer conducting. Alright, so the cells are now completely disconnected. Except for the temperature sensor on the back. That'll be nice. And just snip. So at this point, this whole end piece, which is actually connected, headbutt the camera again. Can I just get rid of this? Yeah, that's pretty chunky. Alright, well, nothing is connected to the battery anymore, so I can be violent with this BMS. And the BMS is no good to me because it requires the scooter to function. So we'll just casually remove that. I mean, we can take a look here. Got lots of capacitors. I guess that's going to be on all the individual cells. Little controller, your CAN bus controller, I'm sure, or that's the CAN bus. I mean, you can see this is a complicated bullshit because it's just another computer. It's like a super smart, I guess you call them smart BMS, yeah. Alright. Let's see, what else is holding this thing together? Woo! Damn. Like, I don't feel like... Is it something with the... Where's the one I peeled up? There we go. That's there, that goes there. Yeah, lock watcher. I prefer to do it live. Just like... Now you get to see all the shit other people deal with. When you can't figure out something that's probably stupid simple and you're like, what the fuck? And then like 20 minutes later you go, boop! And you fix it. You don't always get to see that online. And it seems like everybody likes to see what actually happens. So fuck it. This is what actually happens. What the fuck is holding this thing together? I don't see tape. I don't see anything going through. Ow. Shit, God, I'm fucking dumb. No, it's not the intercell connectors, because I know that's a thing. Sometimes they're getting away, but this looks like it's actually meant to go around? Does that seem right? I don't know. Because I feel like that should still come loose. What? I see something in the middle here connecting. I wonder if there's more to this than what we're seeing as far as a connection goes. They probably glued it. Can I get a... Let me see, flashlight. I can't see any clips there, Franco. At least nothing obvious. Let me see what's under here. That's just a big old piece of plastic. Like I can see like plastic in there. I guess you can kind of see it. You can see where the two pieces are. Trying to see if that's a connection there, but it doesn't look like it, unless they did something under the cell. All right. Let's start nibbling away at anything we know shouldn't, like we don't need. Just to get as much stuff out of the way here. Let me get the bigger, more destructive tools. Okay, let's just get rid of that. Remove that. Cut this shit out of the way. And at this point, I don't see any reason why this would have any power issues, like safety-wise, since everything is disconnected. So let's see, all that shit's ripped off. There's nothing there. There's another connection. I really think it's something, I don't know. No clips. There are no clips. Really curious. I wonder if that's ultrasonic welded in there, maybe? Something ridiculous. Let's see. So now we're getting close enough to the batteries. I gotta watch where I nibble. That's not moving at all. This end starts to come apart. What could be locking these? Like, I'm sorry, folks. This is I think there's. Is that it? Is it locked? Because there's something in there? Is that gooey? Let's see. Try to do this without poking through the cells or my hand. What is that just a thing, or is there stuff there holding it? Nah, okay, that's just goo. That's not part of what's holding it. Very interesting. God damn. Huh. I guess this is going to be another one of those things. No, I see it. My bad. I got it. It's all these right here. That's all the pads that are welded to this little connection board. See, like right there? How that's folded over, that tab is connecting here. That's what I'm fighting. Alright. We are making progress. I got a feeling we're going to have to get to the Weston next time. We'll do a quick one. I actually have a Alexa reminder set up. I'll keep that. Keep that. Yeah, I have a reminder set up. As soon as we hit the reminder, I'll swing the Weston over. We'll take a quick look at that. That is going to be more of a produced series to see if it works, if I can clean it up. If it works, I will use it as much as I dare. For those of you not familiar with what I'm speaking of, someone at work just gave me a circuit tester from 1943, and it is right behind me, and it is in pretty decent condition. Andy, aren't the metal tabs on each one? Yeah, there we go. Yup. Bend that straight up. I guess we're gonna have to. That one I'll probably just cut. I don't know. Actually, why don't I just. I don't need these tabs. If I need a tab, I can just add one, as I will shortly, soon enough, have my spot welder ready to go. Snip that, and then bend it up out of the way. Headbutt the camera. Snip that. That goes down, that goes up. Snip. Down. Snip. And snip. Alright, now we can get rid of that. that. Thermal sensors are never a bad thing. Especially if you can actually retrieve them. We'll get to those. Nothing bent over on this side. But we got these stuff on the end here. Let's get that out of the way. Andy gets the gold star for the day, by the way, folks. That's just a big fat chunk that's just in. Woo. Careful with that. What did that just short to? Did y'all see that? That was weird. I went to cut it, and it arced. There's nothing else around. Huh. It's interesting. Alright. Still worried that there might be some plastic underneath these connectors. Especially because it's still not moving. But that's disconnected, even though it arced for some odd reason. Definitely. Alright. What else we got here? Getting spicy. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, do you see any other electrical shit in that area? Like, I have no idea why it would have sparked right there. Maybe I went through one of the key. You know what? I may have touched one of the. Yeah, look at that. There it is. I nicked the covering on the battery. Okay. Well, now I know what happened. That's fine. Let's see here. That's all that matters. I'm really concerned that I'm going to have to cut all these center cell connectors, which kind of defeats the purpose of what I was trying to do. I mean, that's fine. You know, I mean, battery's a battery. Just hoping for a slightly easier deal, but I don't know, I may just have to nip at this for a while. What's going on right there? Still got those on the bottom, but I don't know that that's going to help release it either because of all the connectors. 209. Well, let's go ahead and just get rid of these anyway. So be a little careful there, make sure I don't nick the casing and accidentally short the battery directly to itself. Headbutt the camera some more. Alright. Pretty sure that didn't make any difference. Not really. But I can get this out. Yeah, somebody definitely did not want these. If the battery tabs were after a pack was assembled, there might be bolts or something in between the cells. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking. It's probably something right there. Looks like there, and there. I guess we'll go ahead and this looks like a repair. So why don't we cut that out? See, this is all ground, so I don't have to worry about shorting anything to itself. I don't want to short the cell next to it. Huh, there's nothing there. Not on that side. Let's see about this side. If there's nothing on this side, then we can go ahead and assume that those center areas are probably glued. Let me see if I can see. Yeah, that comes right up to the top. Looks like it. Headbutt the camera. Alright. I'm moving the camera all over the place. Alright. Let's see what's under here. Let's do this without blowing anything up. Slow nibbles. Slow nibbles. I might see a screw hole. I see a fucking screw. Yep. Each one of those is going to have a screw in it. Well, that's fine. I can patch the cells that I need to destroy. Well, the connections, I can patch those back together. There's a serious lack of... Yes, Spaz was here. They're both asleep. Ronnie's asleep on the bed. There's the camera. There it is. Ronnie's asleep on the bed, and Spaz is... I think she's over in the corner. But if she stops by, then... Can you see that? So yeah, there are more screws holding this together. That's fine. That means there's going to be one there. There's going to be one here. Looks like 5 screws. Sorry for the noise. Remember, when you're having problems on your own project, you're not the only one. As long as you're patient and willing to destroy things, which sounds funny, you can always get to where you need to get to. One there. There's going to be one in here. And that back. One there and one here. And then we'll see what's in the way next. Or it'll explode and we won't have to worry about it. Alright, what time we got? We got about 15 minutes of fun here. Is that a good screwdriver? That's a pretty good screwdriver. Keep in mind, case is all positive, yeah. I can't watch, but I can't look away. It's alright, Joe Russ. No, the case, yeah, the case on these is negative. I'd probably Dremel it instead of nibbling, if need be. Guess we'll see what happens when we get these screws out. I do prefer to disassemble things as they should be done naturally. That didn't work. Let's see. Shaky, shaky. Is this good or? Oop! Wow, there's a whole lot of movement. All right, what's moving where? And if it's not moving, why? Okay, so we gotta cut that one. Looks like these end ones need to get trimmed. There's plastic underneath here. So we gotta be a little more careful because we're cutting positive. We don't want to nick the case. Yep, there is plastic underneath. Bend this up. Oh, there's a lot of plastic. This whole tab has to come off, I think. Just get that out of the way. Headbutt the camera. Cut that. Let's get that off there. Nothing's blowing up. We're good so far. Ooh, careful with that one. Alright. Are these? Oh no, they're still connected over here. Let's see. Just extract these two while it's easy enough. Just less potential boom boom. See what we got here. 2.55 amp hour ICR 18650, and then it says 26V. It also says Eve. Focus. So let me pull up the focus thing here. I can do it without breaking everything else. Camera, zoom. And focus. There you go. So this is what we got in there. No name brand. But that's what we got. There's two. Let's see, focus. Let's go back, zoom out. Focus back to what, like 40? Okay. How long since you shorted one on purpose? I haven't shorted. Well, I put a hammer through an old cell phone just because someone had never seen a lithium-ion cell go up, so I decided to show him. He enjoyed it. He thought it was hilarious. I did too. It was on a cell phone that was far beyond prime. It was a an HTC Bolt that had just, it had lived a full life, you know what I mean? Alright. I think we are ready to pull this. Uh-oh. It's getting that far. Oh no, this whole thing is just all plastic. All these connections are going to have to get cut. Up there. Yeah, pretty much most of them are going to have to get... No, all of them, because there's even... Ah, well, do I really want to pop all these, or do I want to try and figure out a way to do this? What time is it? 2:21. Is there a way to do this? I can get to the inside. I don't think so. Damn. I mean, I get it. You want these things to be sturdy, you know. They succeeded. Well, I guess now that we know that that's not just going to happen, let me get these two end cells out. And then I will have to work on this later on, well, at a different time, maybe later today. Ow. And just start extracting what I can. Is that coming out? Come on. Ow, that's really sharp. Oh, just cut myself. Oh, there's goo getting stuck in here. Oh yeah, that's sealing. Goo is getting that stuck. I'll try not to bleed on oh, jeez, I'm getting blood on everything. I'll try not to bleed on camera or all over everything. Well, let me put a paper towel and a piece of tape on that. Technician Band-Aid. And I have to cut it with not my thumb, because that's bleeding everywhere. Alright, let's put that right there. Over the cut area, piece of tape, Band-Aid. Hey! Alright. Well, can I get this out now? Ooh! Still shorting out. There we go. Let's cut these flanges off so they don't blow anything up. One second. Sorry for the delay. Just get those ripped off so they don't hit anything. So yeah, I'm going to have to do this the hard way, as all the plastic is landing on the cell connectors. Oh well. That's fine. Just means it's going to take a little while longer. Either way, it's still a good source of batteries, so no worries there. Where's the camera view at? Oh, I'm looking at that one. Alright. Alright. Aren't ICR thing? I think maybe so. Like, I'll punch the numbers up and see if I can get some information on them. And I'll run one down pretty low. And do a capacity test on a couple of different ones. See how accurate that is. Figure it's in a scooter, so it's going to be high output, I would think. Probably at least 20 amps or 30 amp output. The battery was, pretty sure the battery was advertised as 1500. But that wouldn't make sense. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 cells. 30 divided by 3 would be 10. Yeah. And so it was 7,500 milliamp hour pack. I thought I had a 1,500 milliamp hour. Oh, that one's outside still. I do have I think it's 12 or 1,500 out of a some big old scooter. So I have tons of fucking 18650s. But I'll recover these, and these will get used specifically for the jump pack. The Samsungs I have over there, I'll save them for something else, because theirs are also high output. Alright, well, it's 2:26. Let us make it look like we're trying to be safe or something. Where'd the other one go? Is that how that was? No, I think it was like this. Yeah, it actually has a specific direction. But now it doesn't want to sit because the cells are bent up. That's fine. Put that there. I'll probably just work on that later on today. Now let's do a quick clean. Pop the Weston over here, show that off real quick. Trash. Gotta clean my trash can out. That's not trash. Those obviously aren't trash. They are, however, blowy uppy. So let's not have them laying all over each other. I feel like I should get like a really tiny like broom thing. Besides like this. This doesn't work too bad. Wouldn't mind having a dustpan now. Alright. Now, let's throw this up here. 1943, Weston 785. 220 milliamp hour implies a high amp output. This is 2.55 amp hour. So yeah, 2,500. Alright, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Hey, it's 2:28. Let's do a quick early cheers. I'm gonna grab my Utterly Stoned. Let me kill this camera view. Let's go big head. Big head. Alright, so. Oh no. Oh, not there. Where? There we go. I haven't charged this in like a month. I've never charged that. I think at least for 3 months since I made it. Anyway, we'll do a cheers to all those stuck in a shitty ass war, as we know. Slava Ukraini. Cheers to peace, and let's stop being so fucking immature about shit. Cheers. I need a tiny broom with some tiny hands. Alright, Dave. Alright. Cheers to peace, Franco. A painter's wall block brush is handy for sweeping the desks. Yeah, I actually got one in my van. It's just a little, I think it was a dollar store, like plastic deal. So here's this, and someone reminded me that this may have batteries in it since it is a meter. So why don't we hopefully take just a moment while we still have time. My Alexa's getting ready to yell at me shortly, but this is the old gal. Glare. There we go. Let me see if I can zoom down. Let's give you a better look. And we'll go. There's my Alexa reminder. Pack it up.
Here's a reminder.
I don't know if you could hear that or not. Okay, let's go properties. Let's zoom down real quick. We are running out of time. What the hell kind of weak ass zoom is that? I feel like there used to be more zoom on that other camera. Let's do some focus work here. Guess that's pretty good. Alright, so here's this old barrel. Weston 785 was made in '43, and it still has the original paper. So I'm going to get like a scan of this and everything and like reproduce that as best I can. Obviously, I'm sure it didn't originally have all those specs, but you never know, maybe it did. But this is going to be the restoration project. Let's take a quick look. Oh, well here, I don't even know what these knobs do. And they don't move, so I don't know if, oh, this one moves. Is this a fuse? I don't know if it's a fuse or a fine tune. Oh no, that's where you actually connect the leads. Oh, okay. Son of a bitch, alright, alright. Yeah, I haven't even looked at the manual for this thing yet. Okay, so that would be DC current. Measures all the way down to 1 milliamp. And up to 10 amps, so it's just like a modern meter. AC current, half an amp to 10 amps. We got resistance direct times 10, 100, 1,000, and 10,000. AC volts up to 750, which I don't know that I would want to put that through this classic. DC volts up to 1,000. Again, this will never see that kind of voltage, assuming it is repairable. Because I haven't even looked inside of this thing yet. 19, so this is what, 60, 70 years old. There we go. Sweet. There's no battery in it. That's awesome. That means there's no corrosion. Oh my god, that smells classic here. Here, smell this. God, just take a whiff of that. Oh, it smells great. Vintage electronics. Yeah. They should make a cologne out of this shit. So here we go. Here's what the backside looks like. I'm guessing this is a shunt. Yep, for the current. And they have resistor. All kinds of shunty. Look at that fabric wire. Oh yeah. That is amazing. Also another reason why it'll never see high voltage, but as long as these pots and switches are good, like there really isn't much to do to restore this, but just clean it up. I mean, at most, maybe I'll just hose everything down with like a little bit of deox. But shit, that looks fucking great for, what's that? 70 years? Wait. 43, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 0, 1, almost 80 goddamn years old multimeter. I haven't tested it yet. At all. There's a couple spots that could use some work. Ooh, wow, yeah, look at that. Power wires just flaking off. But we'll deal with that. Yeah, there's a lot of insulation on these power wires. I think we're gonna have to change those. The positive is very pliable, so that's got a rubber coating, but the ground is just flaking off. Let's see. That's missing a post. Yeah, that's missing one post. That's fine. Yeah, there's another spot up here. For holding something. Sorry if I've been off camera. I'm doing my best here. I guess I'll have to see what goes there. I don't know. Some sort of battery, some sort of possible other battery or thing. Built to survive nuclear winter. Oh yeah. Oh no, don't chuck it out just yet. Shit. When I was told that this was, hey, would you like to have this? And they showed me a picture of it, I said, are you fucking kidding me? Why did you ask? You know better. Why isn't it in my hands right now? This is a fucking classic piece of kit. Hell fucking yeah. We're gonna have some fun. Hopefully I'm not gonna mess with it now. I don't want to hook it up. I want to know everything about it before I put so much as a volt. But I'll tell you what, the very first thing we're gonna hook up to, it's gonna be a fucking 2032 cell. Just to see what it does. Because we know that won't blow shit up. But there's the intro to the Weston 785. Future project. Here, I'll pick it up a little bit. Kind of get a better look at everything on there. So these, like, it's just each individual lead for current. I guess that's a set of leads up there for your volts. Then set of leads for AC, and then the current. And there's ohms. 50 microamps DC, 200 volts. I'll have to look in exactly how that goes. I guess that is for that particular one right there, and not these. That's fucking microamps. Like, Jesus. This thing's more accurate. I think this thing's going to be more accurate than, like, fucking current meter I have. Well, be more accurate than the current meter I have, not meaning more accurate than the one I have at present. Alright. So, that's the Weston. Very expensive in its day, I can only imagine. Like, they're on eBay now for like 50, 60, maybe $100 or whatever. But I don't care if it's not like, ooh, super gotta have it, whatever. This is just awesome. This will be used, hopefully, at least once. And then, definitely be something that is going to be a display piece. Possibly even, like this would be something cool to do a project where it just sits on a shelf somewhere and have a random circuit hooked up that just kind of makes this twitch every once in a while. Or makes it do something. I don't know. Because then I think about that and I also think if I do that, then I'm just adding wear and tear to it. But we'll see. Alright, let me close this up. I will put it back together after the stream. Just anti-cat it right now. Because I do have to end the stream. Let me go back to here, and go to Big Head. Actually, let's go, we'll do this one. Alright, so, everybody, thanks for stopping by for a slightly shortened stream. I'll see what I can do about the jump pack, and this will most likely just be a produced video that I'll be taking clips of here and there as I go. So yeah, next week we will be out somewhere, hiking or flying. Well, hopefully flying. I know we haven't flown in a while. I really would like us to be able to fly. If it's raining, I'll probably just do a rain hike and hang out under a hammock or something. And then 4th of July, we have the fireworks display. And then after the 4th, we'll be back here working on something. Probably on the jump pack. And we'll get the Mean Green Goblin machine back out as well. So, looks like it could be for a fuse. Yeah, maybe. That big spot in there. Thanks everybody for stopping by. We'll talk to everybody next week. There might be... Nah, I don't even want to... We'll talk to everybody next week. So, have a groovy day, have a groovy weekend, and be cool. See y'all later. How do I want to stop the stream this time? Feeling if I hit that button, it stops it quicker than it should. But last time it went really long, so I'm going to hit the button here, and we'll see what happens. So I'm just for future reference, I'm going to hit stop streaming on OBS and not on YouTube screen. So I'm going to hit stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.